Scrapbooking can be as easy as 1, 2, 3. Hi, I'm Katie Taylor at scrappinkaty.com/home, where I show you how to preserve your family's memories through the art of scrapbooking. Here is a look at this month's sketch. It's from Creative Scrappers, and I immediately, just looking at the sketch and the circles, I immediately saw snowflakes or something to do with snow. I was looking through some older photos the other day, and I came across some from a snow back in February of 2010. If you are familiar with Texas, it doesn't snow here often. So I always take tons of photos, and of course I print them all. So these have been printed since 2010. And just by looking at the thumbnails, I immediately thought of the Snow Days because our youngest son is wearing the red jacket. And then that's going to kind of tie in with the red that's in here. So, of course, I have lots of photos. I'm not going to use them all. I'm going to use a few. And then I'm going to revisit these photos and kind of show you what I do to kind of get the rest of the photos scrapped. So I have pulled out the Snow Days, the Scrapbooking Kit, for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's going to come with the photo placeholders, which I like to use as mats. So I've pulled 3 sizes that I think I'll use. It also comes with some exclusive pattern paper. So I've pulled these 2. The back sides are the candy canes and the snowflakes. Probably going to use the snowflakes and then maybe this side of the houses. And then this is an exclusive pattern, so I'm thinking about using that. I've also pulled some cardstock from the workshop kit. Makes it really easy. And then, of course, the sticker sheet. And I'm mainly going to be using the sticker sheet for the title. Again, that real red is going to play really nicely with my son's photos. Now, I have pulled a couple of patterns from the actual paper kit. A full paper packet does not come in the scrapbooking kit. So if you want all of the patterns, you'll need to get the paper packet. So I've pulled this one. Of course, it has the snowmen and then some trees. And then I've pulled this one mainly because I really like the larger snow globes on this pattern versus the smaller ones. So that is it for the most part. I know that I'm going to be pulling from my embellishment stash, but I'm really not going to pin that one down until I get the photos and my layout base done. So I'm going to clear all this off, do some cutting off camera, and I'll be right back. To mimic the circles in the sketch, I decided to pull out my Deckled circles. I'm using the 6, the 4, and the 3. And then I have pulled out some of the DSP paper, the special that's going on right now. This is the Shades and Hues 6x6. And so there are several patterns that I think will work really well with the Snow Days or Snow Fun paper collection that I'm using. So I've also pulled out this house. I am going to cut that middle circle out of 2 pieces of paper because I'm unsure which one I want to use. So I'm just going to cut those using my die cut machine. You'll just want to make sure that your die cut machine, whatever sandwich you need, fits your die cuts and then pattern paper. While I have my die cut machine out, I am going to go ahead and cut the snow globe from the Snowy Wonder stamp and thin cut bundle, and just go ahead and cut out of that DSP. You can fussy cut if you do not have this die cuts. This shape is really easy to fussy cut, but I thought I would just run it through my die cut machine since I have it out. And then that is all the die cutting. So I will put that up. Now I've already attached a piece, that snow piece of pattern paper, to my base page, leaving a slight white border. And I'm just coupling my photo sizes with the circles that I think I'll use. Now the sketch does have some doubled up circles. So since I cut 2 of that middle one, I'm going to use one of those with the larger one. Now that larger 6-inch circle is cut from that exclusive pattern paper from the kit. and that is going to go behind my 4-inch, my 4x4 photo. Now, I wanted this house pattern paper, even though the majority of it is going to be covered up in the end. I definitely like the pops of red, and then I've got that little bitty 3-inch circle. Now, because I did not do any ink treatment to the edges of this circle, they're kind of blending in to that snow DSP. So I'm just using some dimensional elements just to kind of pop up the edges, and that's going to add a little bit of dimension. Now, the sketch did have some squares, so I've pulled out just scraps of paper, and I have put that behind the top right one. Now, I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this little red house just in case I want to use it. And then I'm going to go ahead and add dimensionals to that snow globe. Now, that snow globe is going to go adhered to the left of that bottom 3x4 photo. I am making sure that those dimensional elements don't cross over onto that photo mat too much. And then I loved these little penguins. Now, there is a die cut that comes with the Snowy Wonder bundle, but it is not this penguin with the little beanie hat. So I've just fussy cut him out. I am going to fussy cut a second snow globe. In the end, I probably could have gotten away with another one, but I really like this one. And again, it was on a scratch piece of paper, so I decided to go ahead and fussy cut it out. Here are the 3 photos that I'm going to be using. I decided to use one of each of the boys, and then I'm going to add just a cluster of those little fussy cut pieces down by that top right photo. Now, that penguin I did decide to put up at the top just because my son's jacket has so much red. I didn't want to couple too much red by him. I tried to use that fussy cut house out, but in the end, I end up scratching it. Now, I am looking at the sticker sheet, and I'm pulling some of the stickers that I know I'm going to use. Some of those I am going to remove the sticky backing with the anti-static pouch, and that's going to allow me to add some 3D foam tape as well as some dimensional elements to the back of those. That journaling square is perfect for that blank space that was in the sketch. I do have a title, but it's not really a large title. I'm using this sticker that says "Snow Much Fun." And I'll just place that over that little journaling sticker. And then I am going to go ahead and add some dimensionals to the back of these snowflakes. Now, on these snowflakes, I do have 2 of the larger ones and 1 of the smaller one. And I'm just going to arrange those by that top right photo. And then I'm going to put one down by the bottom right. I do end up coming back with 2 more additional snowflake circles. And then I absolutely love these little elements. These are the Riverside Irregular Pearls. They come in 3 shades, and that top shade looks just so iridescent, kind of like when snow or ice glistens. So I'm just using my Take Your Pick tool, and I am just adding those not only around the photos and the clusters, but I'm going to add some more up above that little title that says "Snow Much Fun." I will pick up this layout at the end, and I'll just show you how much shine and iridescence that they have. I highly suggest adding those to your cart. Now, I did feel like the white cardstock on my base, again, just kind of blended in with that snow DSP. So I am just adding a doodle line with a red Le Pen, and then just adding some little doodle marks around the edges. And I think that that really caps off the edge of that layout nicely. I will come back in and add some little doodle dots with that red pen just around where I put those iridescent pearls. Irregular pearls. My bad. Now, I did think that I wanted some more red up at the top right. I felt like the left of the layout was really red heavy, so I did pull out some embellishments and I tried to find some, but in the end, just nothing was really working for me. So I end up just kind of forgetting about the embellishments. So I am going to do some thread jumbles using just some silver thread. You can use any kind of thread you want. Most of your sewing threads are very compatible with scrapbook layouts. I prefer to just cut them, jumble them up, and then put them on a glue dot, and then I can use that glue dot to position where I want. Since the majority of the glue dot is covered up with the thread, it allows you to kind of play around with it, move it where you want, and then you can always come back and add a final glue dot once you're sure of the location. I am going to end up adding 3 jumble threads, 1 by each of the photos, and again just adding to a glue dot and tucking those under where I want them. There is no rhyme or reason to thread jumbles. I've been doing them for years. You just kind of play with them, and then you can also manipulate them once they are attached to your layout. Just making sure how big you want your loops, where you want the tails of the cut thread or ribbon to go. It's just so fun, and it just adds that extra something to your layout. Now, while I'm finishing this up and adding some extra glue dots, remember that this is a YouTube hop featuring several other of my crafty friends that are using the same sketch. You'll find a link down to the playlist below in the description, as well as a link to all the products that I used. So make sure you head on over to that playlist and check out what everyone else did with this sketch. Sketches are always so much fun because you always have so many variations. Because I was unable to find any red embellishments, I still wanted red up there, so I pulled out the Let It Snow image from Snowy Wonder and a close to my heart color called Candy Apple. I think that was a really nice addition. I also pulled out 2 of the snowflakes from the Snowy Wonder stamp set, and I'm using close to my heart's color Glacier, and I'm just adding some snowflakes around those circles in those snow globes and at the bottom of that journaling sticker, and I love the addition of the snowflakes. Here is a close-up look of not only the thread jumbles and the stamping, but also those iridescent or irregular pearls. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Don't forget to expand the description below. You'll find a link to join my team, a link to all the products used, as well as a link to the playlist for this month's sketch hop. Thanks, and if you aren't already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, share with your friends, like, and leave a comment. I love reading what you think about my creations and love hearing that you were inspired. I hope y'all all have a wonderful weekend.